For decades, thousands of cold cases sat gathering dust in precinct basements. Killers remained free, hidden behind time and the mask of anonymity. But today, the clock has run out. A revolutionary science is rewriting the rules of justice, bringing closure to families who waited a lifetime. This is the story of genetic genealogy. By the end of this decade, it will have caught over 100 of the world's most elusive killers. The era of the perfect crime is over. Justice is no longer a matter of if, but when. 100 killers caught, and the count is rising. Before this breakthrough, forensic science hit a wall. Investigators had DNA, but without a direct match in police databases, the trail went cold. Thousands of profiles sat in CODIS, yielding nothing but a red alert. No match. The technology of the past had reached its limit. Everything changed when we realized that our DNA doesn't just belong to us. It's a map of our entire ancestry, shared by cousins we've never met. By using public genealogy databases, investigators could suddenly build a bridge from a crime scene sample to a suspect's distant relative. A detective no longer needs a direct hit. They just need a lead, a name, and the patience to trace the branches back home. The turning point was the Golden State Killer. For decades, a monster terrorized California, committing dozens of crimes before vanishing into thin air. The East Area Rapist, the original Night Stalker. He had many names but no face. The case remained one of the biggest mysteries in American history. Investigators worked tirelessly, connecting dots on physical maps, but the trail always led to a dead end. The killer was a ghost in the system. Years turned into decades. The victims grew old and the files grew cold. But in 2018, everything shifted when a genealogist joined the team. They found a third cousin, then a second. Slowly, they built the tree down until only one name remained: Joseph James D'Angelo. The arrest of a 72-year-old man in his driveway shocked the world. After 40 years, the Golden State Killer was finally behind bars. How does it work? It follows 5 precise steps. Step 1. DNA sequence data from the crime scene is uploaded to a server for analysis. Step 2. The system identifies distant relatives. Digital lines connect names on a complex family tree, spanning generations and across the globe. Step 3. Expert genealogists dig through old birth certificates and census documents to fill in the missing branches of the suspect's family. Step 4. Elimination. Based on age, location, and gender, innocent individuals are crossed off the list until the suspect is narrowed down. Step 5. Confirmation. A final lab report on a tablet flashes match confirmed. The science is undeniable, and the case is finally closed. This isn't just one case. In 1988 Indiana, the tragic loss of April Tinsley haunted the state for 30 years until genealogy found her killer. In Montana, a cold case from 1974 was finally solved after 46 years. A scenic landscape transformed into a scene of modern justice. And in Washington, the tube sock killer was identified decades later. Location, evidence, arrest, each case follows the same rhythm toward justice. The numbers are staggering. Since 2018, the number of solved cases has grown exponentially, with hundreds of killers taken off the streets. Look at the map. Every glowing point represents a family that finally received an answer. Over 100 points of light across the nation. With a cloud of 500,000 digital genetic files, the future of criminal investigation is already here. We are catching the uncatchable. But with great power comes a debate over privacy. How do we balance the need for public safety with the protection of our personal genetic data? Is the loss of absolute privacy a fair price for the resolution of thousands of murders? The scale is slowly tipping toward justice. Looking ahead, the future of genetics is even more powerful. Holographic interfaces will allow us to map entire populations in seconds. We are heading toward a world where 10,000 cold cases could be solved by 2034. A world where there is nowhere left for evil to hide. As we close the books on these cold cases for the last time, we remember the victims who are finally finding peace. Science has transformed the search for truth. If you want to see more stories of justice being served, subscribe and join our journey. Justice may be delayed, but because of the code within us all, it is no longer denied. Thank you for watching.